Morning. I'm asking people what they love about nature. You love everything. Have a great day. It's kind of Russian-ish. Let's see if we can figure out how to make this legal. It actually might be legal because it's Sunday. Except Sunday. Well, good. Brooklyn by the Sea. Amusement area, aquarium, beaches, boardwalk. And it's a cyclone and seagulls. And they're circling over the moon. Very picture. Let's go talk to some people. Morning.
Morning.
I'm asking people if they want to share what they love about nature.
Yeah, I go exercise. Every second day. Walking, exercise, fresh air of course. I make 2 tests. Everything is okay.
Good, good.
Yeah. Try again what I'm gonna do.
I know. Do you swim in the ocean? In the summer?
Yeah, of course.
The summer.
Yeah.
I know polar bears come. The polar bear club. They come out and they go in the cold water in the winter. You ever see that?
No.
Doing that.
What to say?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Morning, man.
Morning.
Would you like to share what you love about nature?
Sure.
Cool.
Love peace and quiet, being by myself.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll walk with you. How about I'll walk like backwards? This could be fun. My grandparents met here, fell in love. When was the last time you were asked what you love about nature?
Very long ago.
Actually, you were asked? You can remember that?
Actually, you know what? I lied to you, I guess. I don't remember. Maybe when I was a child.
It's okay. Well, no, it's a normal reaction to say, yeah, probably, you know. But I don't know what's going on in your head, so I want to hear what you have to say.
Beauty, wonder of, how something can just accidentally develop such an interesting pattern.
So when you're talking about patterns...
Early test that I'm,
No, it's not a test. This is not a test. All right, so the pattern idea.
I think I should have thought about this,
No. Well, this is other part of this project. Is you probably will think about it later, and that's a major part of the project. Do you remember your first childhood memory and saying, "Whoa, this is like magic"?
I remember I went upstate to New York in Lake George, and it was a pretty interesting day. Like we went fishing, wildlife, but for me, I guess what was magical was seeing the night sky without the light pollution and like the stars, and just being like the awe of the endlessness of it.
Great example.
I guess that would be mine.
Hey, you're passing the test.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like your relationship with nature has been growing?
Try to get out as much as possible, but I guess not. Not as much as I would like to.
You got to give yourself credit. You're out here, now.
Yeah.
You might not even realize it, but you're seeing some of the most amazing parts of nature right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. There's definitely the ocean is.
You could take it for granted, but it doesn't matter because it's still, something in your brain said, "Let me get my ass out of bed and get on the boardwalk at this time to see this."
Yeah, I guess when it's it becomes a routine,
you don't even know what you're doing. You just do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we do, right? And this is cool. I haven't seen this. This must be fairly new.
Yeah, this was built like 2-3 years ago.
Oh yeah, with this facade. That's pretty cool.
Yep. There's a whole pool on the roof. There's sealed performance.
Oh right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't been inside in probably 10 years. So what's your take on squirrels?
They're definitely very interesting, lightning fast creatures. I don't know. They're adorable.
Adorable?
They're I don't know. I admire them for their wittiness, quick thinking.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah, I guess.
That's beautiful.
To adapt. I don't know.
They're the only mammal that figured out how to cohabitate with us. I think one of the main reasons is either they evolved a pretty fluffy tail, because if they had that long pointy tail that the rest of the rodent family has, we're not putting up with that.
Yeah, no, that is. They use their looks.
Right. So squirrels are using their looks. All right. So what do you love about water? It's a big part of nature, right?
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, water, ocean water, I guess, kind of scares me, but the endlessness of it, I guess, you get lost in it. That's what I think about.
The bigness of it.
I was actually watching an interview, why do people love views, right? Views.
Yeah.
And for example, let's say you're looking out at you're standing on a cliff and you're looking out at a forest.
A vista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, there's just a huge forest landscape, and that just brings you, pleasure. You're looking at, like, in a sense of wonder. You're intrigued by it, and it's like, why?
Your mind opens.
Yeah, it opens up. You start thinking about, I guess, the possibilities, and like there's a primal aspect to it, like back in before, I guess, way before modern times.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm a little bit sleep deprived.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, so back then, like when we were like hunters and gatherers, and we would look out at these views, they're just like that out there there's life, and food, water,
Yep.
shelter.
Yep.
And I think that's just what kind of brings us pleasure.
Absolutely. And I could add to that what we like, why we like things that glitter, like the shiny object, is, and like this gold backpack symbolizes it, is that when you're looking at it, what you were just describing, and you see something shining, it's usually sunlight on water, and water means food and drink.
Yeah.
So that's like, we're always looking for glitter, like where's the food, where's the water, where's the glitter.
Exactly.
And the other piece is 50,000 generations of us. The first 50,000 generations was in nature,
Yeah.
doing that. The last 500 generations off of the farm. So we're hard baked, that first 50,000 generations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard baked, brother.
Yeah.
So, we're just getting used to this new 500 generation thing where, we go to the store, we get the food. So we're way more disconnected with nature because of that, but we're still hardwired into it.
Yeah.
So there's this conflict, right? And that's part of what this project is about. So we talk about the fear of nature, and as the fear of nature, you can look at that from so many different angles. The fact that you and I are looking at each other and not making sure there's something behind that bush that's got big teeth coming. So we're not that connected, but
I guess those urges still exist deep down.
yeah, and we have to make like a conscious effort to say, the sunrise is happening now more almost just to prove that, there's another day.
Yeah, maybe that's why people, that's definitely why, like, so many people nowadays are getting diagnosed with anxiety and depression, especially anxiety.
Yeah.
It's still that hardwired.
Yeah.
Shit,
That's right. And this definitely reduces anxiety. What you're doing, both things, walking, being outdoors, getting a little chill,
Yeah.
That little chill is beautiful, man. That's like important.
Oh, definitely.
Wow, look, so we got some people gathering down here for the sunrise proper. Look at that. I know it's a big Russian community here.
When you're looking out at the sun like this, there's a certain, it looks bigger and it looks more, colorful and, bright.
Right.
The reason why when it goes all the way up to the, becomes smaller and whiter.
Yeah.
There's like 30,000 feet of atmosphere, and it shows all the dust. And like you're looking up through all the dust, and that's why the color actually changes. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. Right. The atmosphere acts like a filter, like you would put on your camera, and you get all that special color. Yeah. Look how beautiful it is. And I love the silhouette, like that guy jogging down there. It's cool, right? Man. Yeah, I live Long Island. It took me 20 minutes to get here this morning. Scooted along the Southern State Bell Parkway. Got right in here, man. I parked right near the Cyclone. I've lived in a lot of different places already, and I came back to New York just because I love the madness of the people and everybody here. It's pretty special.
I guess, yeah.
I've lived in some places that are gorgeous but a little boring.
So I've only been here, so I'm just trying to get out.
Good, you want to do that. Absolutely, yeah. After college, my friend and I, we backpacked across Europe and North Africa for like a year. And yeah, we worked in a Swiss restaurant for a couple of months in the Alps and really dug it, man. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, travel is important. Get that perspective, I don't think I've ever walked down this far. So the boardwalk becomes concrete.
And that's pretty much the end of it right there.
And this is Brighton Beach here?
Yeah, it's Brighton Beach, and there's Manhattan Beach down there.
And then Manhattan. And then Sheepshead, I think, is next.
Yeah, Sheepshead.
I should walk down to Sheepshead. That would be... Yeah, my mother, my grandmother, my grandmother came from Italy, and my father's side's from Germany, so I got this really interesting mix of do it now or do it later. Think about it a little bit more. That's kind of the mentality I have going. You're Russian? Okay. No, I didn't guess. So that makes you smart, right?
I don't know.
I've listened to pretty smart Russians on some podcasts. I'm very impressed with well, people that have suffered, I noticed, can get a little deeper with their thought pattern. So, Black folk. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. Fucking Sierra.
Definitely psychedelic.
Dude, that is beautiful. Yeah, and I got nothing psychedelic artificially going on right now, so that's natural psychedelics.
You ever done any psychedelics? Shrooms?
I've never done a mushroom. Marijuana, on and off the record, I absolutely enjoy marijuana. When I was a kid, I never tripped or anything, because I kind of feel like I'm tripping more than the average bear on a regular basis.
Yeah, there's definitely...
So I'm a little concerned that I
I understand. It's all intuition. I mean,
I don't want to go off the edge, you know?
Yeah, definitely don't. Definitely don't.
But it is in my back pocket to do, because now they're doing more studies and they have these people that will kind of hold your hand through it. Believe me, I'm curious as shit.
You ever heard of ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole retreat in Peru.
Yeah.
And the guy walks you through it apparently.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but I mean...
No, they're doing a lot more studies, you know, that if it becomes decriminalized,
I think it will.
the science will definitely get their grip on it, you know?
Yeah, psilocybin, all these studies.
Hell yeah. Are you familiar with Sam Harris?
Sam
Harris, yeah, he's got a couple of things going on.
Podcast?
And
I know Tim Ferriss. That's not the same guy.
Tim Ferriss.
But Sam Harris.
Oh yeah, Tim Ferriss. He's got a website, podcast also.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
You know, Joe Rogan, obviously.
Joe, sure.
Yeah.
My main hero is Elon Musk. I love Elon.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely good.
I've been following him for many, many years now because it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. I mean...
And his mission is right in line with my mission. You know, he's trying to do the right thing by cleaning up our Carbon Act. Wow, this is cool, right? Look at this. Playground right on the boardwalk. So you have the Russian math gene?
No, I mean, I don't enjoy it. I'm good at it, I guess. My grades are all right.
Isn't that incredible? It's so cool. Hey man, engineers, very important group. I'm a big fan of engineers.
I mean, I fell into business, but
okay.
What made you want to do
this?
nature landscaping?
Man, I've always loved nature, always played. Like, I remember my youngest memories that we were Pelham Bay in the Bronx until I was like 13 is where we lived. And I can remember sitting on the stoop, looking at a leaf, the veins of a leaf, and just following those veins out and just looking at it and saying, wow, like, what's up with this, man? You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you were on shrooms, that would be a whole...
Right, and I'm not on shrooms, right? So I'm like really diving into it and then saying to myself, and the shit you can't see, dude, like think about all that shit. And then I've always been of the mind where as soon as I learn something, I'm like blown away by the fact that there's so much more I don't know.
Yeah. You know, there's, you know, I heard there's this thing that with trees that was really fascinating.
Yeah.
Where like, so there's like a whole, like families of trees, like acorns and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it turns out like they can kind of, air quotes, communicate.
They do.
For example, if like one tree is not getting enough nutrients or water, like through the roots in the ground, they'll pass nutrients to each other and like communicate with each other to, you know, it's kind of crazy. I mean, what an intelligent design. Like, you know, I guess we think that just because to like call something smart or to say something that has intelligence, it has to like move, speak and talk. But I guess like, man, you know, nature. And
it is moving and speaking
life,
and talking.
Yeah, like this.
If you could speed it up, you get to see it too.
They are talking?
And moving.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, I know.
And talking, like they're talking through chemical conversations.
Yeah, very sophisticated biochemistry going on there.
Conversations, right? Like my chemical is telling this chemical and something then happens.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking, it's pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know.
A larger organism.
And mammals have memories, like incredible. Like, so if you throw a rock at a squirrel, those squirrels aren't going to be too psyched to come near anyone in that area. People tell me, like, this is the area where squirrels just come up to you. And I say, well, people probably have been very kind to squirrels here.
Yeah.
And then people tell me, you know, squirrels don't come around here. I'm like, and I've seen the science on that. Crows, man, crows are highly intelligent. Same shit. If a farmer shoots up at a crow, the next generation flies around the farm.
Wow.
They communicate it to the next generation somehow.
Same thing with bees. They give each other directions through like dances.
Well, honeybees are one of my favorite. Like this whole project's like, so you're a honey maker. The hive maker is going to be the people who build this next garden that I want to help guide. The key third person is the queen bee, person with all the resources and love of nature as much as any of us, build this wilderness garden in a place like a mall parking lot or a place that's just been left to die that we paved over, and just rip up a big piece and do all sorts of great stuff around that. That's the ultimate goal of the project. I'm shooting for it, man.
No, that's good. That sounds really fucking creative, to say the least. I mean,
it's gonna happen too. That's the funny part. Like, I'm in this stage where I know in life, like, you know, if you think it and it's good and people like it, it will happen if you just if you can hang in there long enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So I plan on hanging in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely never. What do you mean? I've never heard anybody with that goal.
Specific goal, yeah.
Exactly. Do you have any like role models that you looked up to? Like,
I'll call him Freddie Holmes, but the guy who designed Central Park, Prospect Park.
oh,
You know, like, wilderness gardens have been around forever. So the Dutch and the French make gardens with like man-made 90-degree, I call them man-cured, right? The British, like in the 15th to the 17th, 18th century, said, we're gonna do wilderness gardens. And so then they tried to revert the garden on their grand estates to look like nature. And then they would have people they called hermits in the Hermitage, which would be a little hut, and that would romanticize the days when we used to be in nature. And I'm so psyched about what the hermit is all about. Like, I have a little hermit in my garden, and that we all have a little hermit in us. Like, when I'm sitting in my Wrangler on the beach and there's nobody around, I'm a hermit in a hermitage. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. You are, if you're sitting on that bench, you're a hermit, and your hermitage is like your jacket.
I see, that's you know, I've never thought of it that way. I have a property up in Pennsylvania in the wilderness too. A trailer, actually.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just one of those feelings. I don't know, like it's hermit in a hermitage, you know?
That's it, brother. And do you go out there and you're by yourself?
Sometimes by myself.
So what's the longest you've been? This is one of my great questions, because I can relate to this question. Yeah, what's the longest you've been by yourself? With, like, do you have communication there? You have phone and?
Yeah, I have a phone. Sometimes I have goals where I try not to look at it, so like I'll lock it up and I'll leave it in my car, or I'll leave it in a certain spot.
So how long would you say you've been as hermited out as you could be?
I wanted to do like a week. It ended up being like 2 days, which alone is very boring. But
it's boring, and it's
no, it is very calming. It's
challenging.
It is challenging, yeah.
It could get creepy because you could start, you know, hearing some parts of your brain that you haven't heard from in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Or ever.
Psychologically, it was really revealing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like a venue for creativity too. I mean, should you know? You accomplished your goal. I'm definitely gonna think about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, like
time out of nature.
All these dudes, these prophet people, man, they're out there 40 days, 40 nights in the desert, right? I don't know if you ever fasted, but I've done some fasting, and it's in us all, right? Like,
yeah, you know what's funny? All the male role models that I have in my life, they all believe in fasting. They all fast.
Yep.
It's a big one.
Yep.
What's the longest?
Longest fast was, we went. My friend, the guy I traveled with in Europe. We had a guy drop us off at one of the keys outside of Key West with just water, and we were out there for 3 days. It's pretty special. Andy Bernstein, great guy.
How was that? I mean,
amazing. Like, you know.
At the end, how did you feel towards the end? I mean,
lighter, purer, a little wiser, more rounded, and then we came back slowly with the food when we got back to the mainland, if you can call Key West the mainland. Are you familiar with let me see if I get his name.
Hoff?
Yeah, Wim Hof.
Yeah, Wim Hof, the breathing guy.
The breathing guy, and the guy that drops himself in the cold water.
Yeah, cold water.
He's one of my heroes.
Yeah, he's great. He's definitely
Wim.
done a lot of science is wrong.
Wim, man, because you're tapping into that true wisdom of the body.
Yeah, like he knows he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, and I think the body just takes over, and you know, when it gets that cold. I used to be a big fan of saunas and steam before this thing hit. I would take the super cold shower, hot, cold, and I would just be like, whoa, man, I just can't stop thinking. Like, this is beautiful. I miss it so much.
I was in a banya. I mean, that's...
Oh, banya, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what Russians call it, but it's a spa. There's a spa in Jersey.
I know they had him here for a while.
Yeah, they have him right here too, but yeah, there's a spa in Jersey, and I remember I met this interesting guy, and we had a really trippy conversation about like life and
in the banya.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sweat lodge. Yeah, that's what I miss. Like, I'm kind of alone with what I do professionally. I mean, I have a wife and 3 kids, so I'm not really alone. That was the greatest thing, this small sauna, and it's public, so you get every kind of person, you know, with money, not money, black, white, everything in between. And yeah, you're half naked, and it's a great place to get deep down and, you know, what's going on in your life.
You were big on meditation?
I've been getting deeper into meditation in the last 3 years. Sam Harris is one of my meditative guides.
I've got to look him up. I think I definitely heard a few of his podcasts.
Yeah, Sam is great. So where are we now? Is this still Brighton?
Yeah, this is Brighton. And
a little schwanky in here, huh?
Neighborhood right here.
These houses got views of this thing? God.
Yeah, $5 million is the...
For an apartment? Wow. And you got the subway I hear in the background. Hey man, I appreciate you taking me down here.
That's sort of, you gotta go back to the cyclone.
Oh my God, how am I gonna make it?
Heard like Wim Hof getting lost. We're getting lost on the mountain with his shorts on. Just shorts and a shirt. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I know he went through a lot of trauma with losing his wife, and he was pretty desperate. I heard him on a really long podcast. Yeah, he dug deep, man. He said he had these kids and no wife, and he was getting really depressed, and then he came up with this idea, and it snapped him out of it.
Yeah, that's power of the mind. Crazy.
Power of the mind. Endurance shit is awesome.
Yeah, crazy endurance shit.
One thing my late father amazed me. So I guess he must have been in his late 50s, and I was in my 20s, and a bunch of friends. We went from West Hempstead, and we rode our bikes out to Montauk, and then back. And my father's in one gear the whole time. And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing this thing, but here's this older dude in one gear. Kind of gives you an idea of what we're not tapping usually, you know. Our greatest abilities are untapped. Are you familiar with the New York Bight? B-I-G-H-T.
No.
So the New York Bight is very interesting. We're right in it, right? The east coast of America, say Florida, and the Gulf Stream is coming up. When it hits this is the Bight right here. So the Verrazano Bridge and the harbor. So when the flow slows down, all the nutrients drop down, and then it goes out along Long Island and out. So right in that Bight, all those nutrients dropping down created the most amazing oyster beds and bivalves. So those shells became landfill because there was so much quantity of that hard material debilitating the oyster beds. And they've made some progress over the years. I looked them up yesterday, and I want to go visit with them and see what they're doing. And they're off of Governor's Island. There's pattern in the sand from the blow, and there's patterns from their little marks.
Yeah.
Because that's what I instantly thought about. On the surface of the water, there's patterns, the wave pattern, everything. It's one big friggin' pattern.
Exactly.
Is that what you were thinking?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty deep when you were semi-unconscious.
Yeah.
You got to give yourself some credit, man. You hit that.
I mean, thanks.
Not everybody's thinking about the patterns.
Yeah, pulled an all-nighter, so I mean. Have you ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you kind of think that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all designed with a simulation almost.
Absolutely possible.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really.
My point on that subject is I respect the unknown as the unknown, literally. So I'm never going to be a cocky opinion of the unknown. So you tell me Matrix, you tell me Russian Orthodox religion, you tell me science, and I'm just going to listen to you. And if I can't get to the fundamental physics to prove you right or wrong, something to learn from.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm the same way.
Not to put up a wall.
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, I'm not really religious in any sense, but I guess I would respect Buddhists invite people to challenge their religion.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it crazy how they all kind of move as one?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little sand coming through here. This is beautiful. Religion talks about God created the earth, and the earth pretty good, so I wonder what they have to say about it. So I invited, they end up coming 9 religious leaders from all different religions, Jewish, Muslim, Christian. 9 of them came to our local park, Hempstead State Park, talked about their writings pertaining to save the planet here.
Oh, yeah.
And they all said the same exact thing in a different way. And it was great.
Yeah, and that's You organized this?
Yeah, I organized it.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, one of my friends said, if you do anything better than this, because it was not easy, because they don't like to be together side by side, because it's kind of, it's like revealing in a weird way.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good reveal.
No, definitely. More of that.
But like, they might think it's like they're taking away their unique status.
Yeah, they just want to feel unique, you know?
Yeah, like we have the right way, the other guys are off. Like, come on now. That's not been good for us.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how similar they all are. Just don't want to.
They are, yeah, it's really cool. And science is trying its best to figure it out, but like science has not figured out photosynthesis, you know? They just come close, but like photosynthesis is magic. It's a phenomenon that they're all about not knowing.
Yeah, exactly. I have a great respect for them too.
Definitely a reasonable species in a lot of ways, but pretty fucked up in others.
Oh, yeah, the ego.
The ego's got to be checked.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have, right? But, you know, it's great to be conscious of what we're doing with it. One of the things you said was, you know, you're afraid of being out in the middle of the ocean. That's one of the last things I would do is take a big boat across the ocean. Like,
yeah, there's nowhere where you're going to go.
It's off my list, man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like too vulnerable to what
exactly vulnerable.
That power is like. I'm not going to compare my ability with that power.
Yeah. I just think it's all like connected intelligence.
Oh, it's so connected, man. That's the one thing. Sure.
Yeah.
Like in our travels, I remember one time just sitting on this chair in the middle of the Mediterranean. My friend and the two girls we were at the time like left to get supplies, and this island, Levanzo, it was an Italian island off of Sicily. No cars, just baking bread. Couldn't have been more ancient, right? And I'm just sitting there watching them go. And the whole day goes by, dude. I was sitting in that chair for 8 hours. No weed, no drink, just sitting there, watching the water. And it wasn't out of body in any way, but like the 9 hours went by. No one walked up to me. No one interrupted me. I never got like a sore ass from sitting on a wooden chair. I just sat there looking at the water. And the message just kept coming, dude, look how connected we are. Everything's connected, right? There's no way it's not connected. And like these thoughts, just pure thoughts, no like voice from heaven or anything, but just pure knowledgeable voices said, yeah, there's no question. And I kind of felt that way anyway, but that was the day where I say, unless something really clearly shows me how it's not all connected, I'm never changing my mind on this one.
And the hermiting thing. What's the longest you've been out? Hermitage. What's the longest you've been out in nature by yourself?
Remember, 3 days went by without seeing another person, and it really started to get me a little concerned that could be a tipping point where I don't know what that means even, but I'm talking to like the stick bugs, you know?
I feel
yeah, like, hey dude, like, you got to hear me out on this one. And the stick bug's like, oh, okay.
Hey, we are all connected anyway, right?
Whatever you want, man. Go right ahead. What do you got? You know? And so that was my, you know.
You didn't pick up your phone or anything for 3 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
And not talk to a person.
Well, what are your thoughts on like, cell phones now and like.
I love my cell phone, man.
Social media and all that. You don't feel like.
It's how you use it. It's a tool, right? So it's a chainsaw. It could be very dangerous, right? But it's a great way to cut up a dead tree. The best way, you know. So I think it's the most amazing tool, right?
I agree. Do you practice like discipline with it? Like
yeah, I mean, I use it for creative purposes and search. I'm curious about everything, so I couldn't be happier with search.
You're not on like social media too much?
No, and I don't have any social media.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so many people are addicted, you know. So
yeah, that's the downside, right?
That is the
downside. The opiate of that device.
Yep.
Like being liked. I used to kayak all the time. I have a nice kayak, and that's the greatest way to go on quiet water near the shoreline, low. So here's the water. Here's the height of the water, and your head is like right there. So you're like right at the level of all the other creatures. You're not above it.
Yeah.
And that's where the views, and that's where I've seen so many beautiful things in nature.
I was going to ask what your thoughts are on hunting. I mean, I don't want to...
No, man, I'm all, if you're hunting and eating the hunt, and you're not hunting endangered species.
I've never hunted before, but I do want to try, you know, like, I mean...
Yeah.
I hear like an elk would last you like 9 months. To a year.
I respect that. I totally respect that.
It's definitely spiritual, you know. Kill the animal, you get, you know.
Yeah, I respect that. And the other thing is, I've never shot a gun until I was up on that property by myself. And I bought like what I'm told is a father of like a hunt family would give their kid like the first like rifle.
Yeah.
You know, the smallest whatever.
Yeah, like a 22.
That's what it was, a 22 rifle. And I sat up on the deck and I put a can out there. I did it. And it became like a Zen thing to do. You're making an action here that has a reaction way the hell over there.
Yeah.
And how you have to be super calm and get your breathing and be like steady.
Focusing on it, meditative.
Yeah, and like I loved it. I thought that was really amazing. I could say, whoa, now I see what people could be into this, like on that level.
Bring back the primal aspect of it. I heard actually archery. You know, archery has a very big impact on our
same thing.
brain. Yeah, like just focusing on that. Specifically archery, there's like something, because we've been doing it for probably so long.
Yeah,
that it's.
That's right. That's right. Well, now you're touching on my middle name is Arthur. And Arthur came from the archer, and the archer was the protector of the village. And the archer would chill like at a nice, location with all the view, that vista. And if somebody came in that was unannounced, they might get an arrow going by their ear.
Well, yeah, maybe providers too, food.
Everything. All the protection, sustenance.
That from a bow.
Yeah, all that from a bow.
It's definitely something.
Truly amazing. Like the fact that the way we're able to make tools, like I want people to understand this process. This is great. This is very unique, man. Like you're the first person that I walked with. I envisioned doing this one time, like, when I'm in this, because I want to do this in the city, like where only nature is, when you look straight up kind of places, right in the canyon. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? Because people aren't going to stop and talk to you. You got to make it easy for them. So I'm gonna have to walk with them. So now I've done it with you.
Yeah, you're good at that. But hey.
It's like an internal selfie too, right? Instead of like getting your facial muscles prepared for your best angle, click, and then sending it to your friends. This is like what's going on inside selfie. Way more.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's definitely gave me a philosophical start to my morning. All right, man, stay safe.
What a pleasure, man.
Yeah, likewise.
Namaste.
Namaste. There you go.
Peace. And there he goes. Very cool. Let's go out on the beach. How you doing?
All right, how are you, sir?
Good. Listen, I'm asking people if they want to share what they love about nature. You're loving nature, right? Is that why you're here?
Yeah.
Do you get out here for the sunrise?
Most of the time for the sunrise and sometimes for the sunset. And many times I come here like today.
So the idea is just no one ever asks anybody why they love nature. Has anyone ever asked you what you love about nature?
Not really.
So I want the comment. So everyone, what do you love about your car? What do you love about your sneakers? What do you love about your phone? What do you love about your wife? What do you love about everything except? So I want to get the conversation going. So people ask. So you'll ask someone else later. So what do you love about nature? And you guys talk about it, and that's a good thing to talk about. You'll wonder. I'm Michael Yule. I was just talking to a guy. I met him down by the Cyclone. He walked with me the whole way to the end talking about this. And I go, okay, thank you very much. He goes, well, you want to still talk about it? I'm like, yeah. So we started walking back here, and then he had to go, and I saw you, and I said, all right, there's my next victim.
Especially because of what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of people coming like every morning on the afternoon.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that's the silver lining. The silver lining of this thing is people are reconnecting to nature.
Yeah, too many people. Like today is not many because it's too cold. This morning, before 7 o'clock, it was two ladies up there swimming.
Whoa.
And he saw me walking and says, do you ever take a swim in the water? I said, yeah, during the summer. He says, no, like now with this one. I said, no, not for me, my friend. He says, well, I'm gonna go. And I thought he was kidding me. He jumped in the water.
The people that say nature is a problem, those are the ones I really like to talk to, because when I try to understand what it is, honestly, that they don't like about nature, and then I learn something. Because I don't understand it to begin with.
Well, there's a lot of things that we don't understand, but...
Peace.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come when it's really cold. You might meet the Polar Bear Club.
Hello. I'm asking people if they like to share what they love about nature.
Oh, everything.
Everything.
I love nature.
Good answer.
That's his wife.
Is that why you're here?
Yeah.
You be well. I wanted to wait till you got dressed. I'm going to places and asking people what they love about nature.
Yeah.
And you guys are pretty special out here. You guys were out in the Atlantic Ocean a little while ago?
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, you know, anyone can do it.
No, I know, I've done it.
But all my doctors say, you can't do it, you can't do it. Yeah, right.
They're wrong.
They say what
They say what they taught in school. I remember the first time I went into a cold tank, keep it like 40 degrees, 50 degrees. And after the pins and needles and all that stuff happened, when I came out, I felt like I was 20 years younger. And I said to myself, this is amazing.
Yeah.
How long are you in the water for?
Well, it depends.
Like today?
Colder water, probably 5 to 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I don't know.
So you guys do it together all the time?
No,
Oh, you're not together?
no, we are not together.
So you guys is this a place where people come to do this? Create wilderness gardens. And you guys are in the wilderness right here in Coney Island. Have you been doing this your whole life?
Since I came here about 8 years.
For 8 years?
Yeah.
Wow, it's really great. Be well. Thank you. Bye. So you're not one of those polar bears, are you? Maybe? That's great. So you're a polar bear doing it on your own today. And you got your newspaper to keep your feet dry. You got the whole skill down, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Do you have like aches and pains? No, do you have like any issues with your body? Because I have like sciatica.
Me too, but it helps.
That's what I'm going to ask you, right? So,
Because I'm a long distance truck driver. I have a professional. I'm swimming.
it goes away.
Yep.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely the way I feel. I used to do saunas and steam rooms, but now since the virus, they're all closed. And I would love to go in the steam room, right into the cold shower, back into the sauna, into the cold shower. And I felt like that back and forth was really beneficial. And everyone that did it, every person that would do that with us, it's a public pool, they would say, if we didn't have this, we'd be dead by now. Because this is what's keeping us alive, is doing this hot cold thing.
Yeah, sometimes I go there.
The sauna? Yeah.
Yeah, but I like a Russian one.
Yeah, with the leaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the Russian, what's it called? The Turkish Russian spa in Manhattan in the 20s.
And, well, Korean not bad, you know, Korean.
Korean too?
They call World Spa. They have one in,
Whitestone.
no, World Spa. World.
Is it called,
I forgot.
yeah, no, I know.
World something. They have one in Queens and another in Washington, D.C. area.
The one in Queens, is that near the Whitestone Bridge? Because I've been to that one.
No, I don't know where.
Okay.
I've never been at Queens. I've been at Washington, D.C. area.
Oh, okay.
My kids are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time did you get, were you here for sunrise?
No, I just can't give them.
Yeah, I got down here at sunrise. I spoke to this one guy. He's telling me what he loves about nature. And people love to talk about what they love about nature.
Yeah, I love ocean.
You love the ocean. That's salt water. How's the water quality? Not bad?
I don't care much. Sometimes I say, oh, water is dirty today. I don't care.
When they say dirty, what do they mean? Seaweed?
I don't know.
Yeah, right, exactly. They don't know either. That's the thing.
If it's dirty for you, okay, swim and go home, take a shower or whatever, you know. What's the problem?
That's right. Yeah, the only thing I would be concerned, and I think they've improved, is letting sewage into the waters. There's less of that. I think, you know, if there's seaweed, some people think seaweed is dirty, which is ridiculous. But if there's no glass and there's no bacteria, I think the government tells you when it's really bad. If it's
Yeah, they are measuring something.
yeah, they close the beach when it's bacteria. And I don't think this time of year you don't have that problem. I went to, you ever go to Jamaica Bay Refuge? That's beautiful there. Well, you don't go for the birds, right? You're here for the water.
That's right.
You're here for the cold water. I love it. All right, man, I appreciate you sharing with me. Have a lovely day.
Yeah. And when it's raining, like a couple of days ago, when it's rain, I go from my apartment in
Bathing suit?
yeah, and run
And then you come in the ocean?
no,
No.
just under rain.
Okay, okay.
Run under rain.
So when it's sunny out and it's winter, you're gonna come all winter? You come like this January, February?
Yeah, all year, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come down and see you again because
Yeah.
I want to come when it gets really cold. If it gets really cold.
You know, freeze is okay, but I don't like when it's wind.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when it's really uncomfortable, and it's
yeah. No, when you get out, you don't have time.
and even your clothes might fly away.
Yeah, yeah, not good, not good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you got these rocks help with the wind coming from that way, and I think the wind is coming from the west. Actually, no, it's coming from a little bit northwest. So do you live in Coney Island?
2 blocks from you.
Beautiful. 2 blocks from the ocean. Not bad. Do you remember when you were a kid, what was the first thing you thought about when you saw nature and said, this is amazing? How beautiful? Your childhood memory of nature?
No, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. You got that pack on there, baby. So right now, are you very warm inside?
Huh?
You're very warm, your body now, right?
No, it's cold, but it's
Is it?
still comfortable.
Because I'm thinking like,
I like when it's cold because it makes me
reduces.
to wake up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gives me a kick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It gives you a kick.
Yep.
That's a good answer. I like that.
I wake up, I get up,
Yeah, slow.
it's slow, and I go on the.
And your brain, you tell yourself, I'm going to that ocean.
Yep.
And you go. And 2 blocks later, you're in the ocean. And you got your wool mittens. Nice. You're an inspiration, brother. People have to look at you and say, that's what I should be doing. I'm serious.
Yeah, you know, it started in first I married a woman who did that. So
She taught you.
Yeah.
Women are pretty smart.
Okay, I'm sorry, I need to meditate a little bit.
Go, 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 go,
Okay.
go. Meditate. Thank you, brother.
Have a good one.
Too. he's meditating, and it's really beautiful. It's a wild world, baby. There's a guy swimming out there. Look at him. He walked from those rocks, he put his clothes. He walked all the way down here. He walked to those rocks. He got in the ocean, and now he's swimming back to those rocks. God bless him. Wow, it's awesome. So I was just talking to this gentleman. He was just in the Atlantic Ocean swimming. Do you think it's like 50 degrees, something like that?
It's like 11.
The water temperature?
Yeah.
11 Celsius.
11 Celsius, yes.
All right, I'll have to figure that out, what that means in like small American brain.
It's,
I'll figure it out.
I don't know.
No problem.
It's about 50 maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking 50, okay.
Yeah.
So you love everything about nature, you said?
Yeah, nature.
Do you remember like your first childhood memory of one of the things you said, this is amazing in nature?
Yeah. We went to country many times during season, and we live near the Black Sea, and there's a green area. Every time we're there, I realize something is really important about environment, where you can be on your own and breathe the air, relax, feel all this magnificent beauty around you, birds singing, trees all around, the sound of the waves. It's really, you can't miss it. It confirms that you have a soul. You have something that's divine in you. And so once you experience that, that's for the rest of your life. You and nature, you will always strive to go somewhere to, especially if you live in loud environment, loud cities like that. There's so much, yeah.
They're all very happy to hear that. That's beautiful, man. You very well put, very heartfelt, very beautiful. So you really, really get it.
Yeah.
I could tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deep. That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
So do you feel your relationship with nature's been improving your whole life? It's getting better and better?
Yes, but sometimes we're getting too much deeply involved with everyday life. Like
in the city?
City, working, family.
That place.
Daily errands, and you get yourself far away from nature, but yeah.
But you do these kind of things that get you right back.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you do, it's like one of the things I'll do when I'm in Manhattan and it's very hard to find nature, I'll look straight up and think about, you know, the sky and the clouds and space for even like a minute or even like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And I feel reconnected.
Yeah.
Do you do anything like that?
That's a piece of God in you.
Right.
It makes you look up in the sky and just to get the feeling that we're not alone.
Right.
It's really hard to explain, but you ask a difficult question.
Oh, I think you're doing a very good job of explaining it.
Difficult question.
You're doing a very good job.
And ask anybody, even children. They're young, but they will prefer to play in the open space. Yeah.
It's great, man. I really appreciate you sharing. So one of the questions I ask a lot of people, because this is like a reference, what's your take on squirrels?
Squirrels?
What do you think of squirrels?
Oh, I think they're just animals.
Okay.
Same as any other type of animals.
They're a little different though in some way.
We need to take care of animals. squirrels, what can you say about squirrels? I know little, but I see them all the time.
You see them all the time?
Yeah. They live down my building, and sometimes I even give them the nuts. Can I make a picture of you too?
Yeah, you can take a picture.
What's your name?
My name is Michael Yule. Has anyone ever asked you what you love about nature?
Yeah, I usually speak on my romance days.
Oh, your romance days. So when you were...
Not the sky and nature, but...
oh, that's interesting.
yeah, because...
So when you were dating...
the topic you can, like, develop a long talk.
Yeah.
You're not getting bored.
Yeah, the depth.
But it depends on the person. Some people can talk about it. People who love it, they can talk forever. Like you and I, so...
Right, we really probably could talk about it. Because one of my favorite subjects is the nature of nature. Right, so there's the human nature, and the nature of nature. And those are, you know...
I think it's one whole. We're all connected.
We're all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people agree that that's true. Are you're still getting dressed? I don't want to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
You're okay? So what do you have in there? Hot coffee?
Tea.
Hot tea.
Yeah.
Good. So I remember when I've been in very cold water, you're cold when you get out, but as soon as you get your clothes on, you get really warm because your body is creating all that energy.
But today is very windy.
Yeah, the wind.
It's kind of chilling when you get out.
Yeah, the wind chill. When you get really hungry and you catch a rabbit or a squirrel, the joy that they have and the thankfulness of catching that rabbit, I never feel that way when I'm eating my hamburger. I don't feel that that incredible joy and thankfulness.
That's the spirit of being like you feel like a man. Because from the old days, women were homekeepers.
Yes.
And men were the food gatherers, the hunters.
Yes, the gather.
From ancient times, from
yes.
Iron Age, right?
Yes.
So this is in our genes, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Kill somebody, it feels good.
Yeah, and you're bringing it home to keep your family alive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you don't want to really do that. And then I do it, and then I'm so happy that I did it. But my first instinct is not to do it. You know, and you're kind of like, you're going against nature in a way, like, but you aren't. It's funny. It's not intuitive to go into the cold water. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But there's a benefit. There's a big benefit to it. Yeah, right. It's what you're taught.
But when people used to live one-on-one with nature, it was a normal thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because when the elders, if you had an injury, if you hurt your body and you go in the water and it makes you feel better, so you can go for the hunt and catch more food for your family, that's the medicine. You right? Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah. See these people riding. Look.
Wow. Yeah, they got their suits. Gotta love Brooklyn, baby.
How often you come?
I love Brooklyn, man. I go into the botanical gardens for the cherry blossoms. I go to Prospect Park. My mother was born in Sheepshead Bay. So when I was a kid, we'd spend a lot of our summers in Sheepshead Bay. We had a little boat. So I have roots in Brooklyn. And I just love going everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Peace, brother. I'm Michael.
Michael, very nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you, man.
You look like a very decent person.
I'm fairly
You have
decent.
family?
Yeah, wife,
Wife and kids. Me
couple
too.
of kids, 3 kids.
God bless you.
Yes, man, you too. God bless you also.
I'm sorry, I go.
Thank you for sharing. Go, baby.
I'm freezing. Yeah.
Enjoy.